Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Secrets, trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
In a world ravaged by monsters, a new evil has risen, poisoning the land and threatening humanity. Now, the Monster Matador, along with the meanest and baddest kaiju killers, have joined forces to kick its ass. Monster Matador, Afropocalypse.
The City of Prosperity. Riches for some, but for the masses, scraping by is all they can do. Meet Bitna. It's a rough life, with an even harder reality. Living in the roughest part of town, it looks impossible to make it big. But maybe she will find it in a simple dress. The Radiant Sight, a new romance story by Martin Fisher, now on Indiegogo.
Hey, yo, 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 what's happening? Y'all know what's up. Coming up the end of the month, we got the Madness Black Friday art auction. We got CromCon 19. There's still a couple spots left in each if you want to get out there and get involved. And I only mean a couple, like limited to 2 or 3. So, you know, if you want to be in, you got to get in. You got to let me know whether you want to be part of it or not. You know what's going on. It's always a great show. I see we got people we got people watching. They're lurking. They're not saying anything, but they're watching. I see you. You guys are here because we're here with that guy, that Catch Da Craze guy. We're here with Mr. Sam Vera. How you doing, brother?
What's up, Pops? How's it going?
It's the intro from hell, bro. You know what's up.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Hey, man, you're most welcome. I mean, look, I've been promoting what you do, and you've been helping me out promote what I do for quite a few months now. So, anytime you want to come out and promote a project or a special show, like if you got something really big coming up and you want people to know and you want to come out and talk about it, I'm your guy, dude. That's what I do. So I mean, I'm like the kid on the corner back in New York City. Extra, extra.
There you go.
The town crier, or whatever you want to call it. That's, I try to make sure everybody gets eyes on what they're doing.
Yes. Yes.
Now, you're one of those guys I don't have to worry about, though. You know what self-promotion is all about.
Well, thank you. I'm a hustler. I'm definitely a hustler.
You definitely get it out. I mean, I tell everybody, drop your links in the madness. I tell everybody to do that. You're one of the people that does that on the regular.
Yes, every day.
You make sure people see it. You make sure that I can take that link and share it out to my news feed on Facebook, to my Twitter page, to other places where people might not know who you are. That's what I try to do. And, you make it easy for me because you put it there where I can find it. Yes. I wish everybody would do that, man, because I would be able to flood the airwaves with indie everything.
Yeah, I mean, your destiny is defined by your actions. That's the way I look at it.
And you, man, like we talked a little bit in the backstage, but you are definitely doing something that most people do not tackle. Right? So before we get into the actual book, I want you to go a little bit on the journey that got you to where you're at right now.
Okay.
All
right. So you're talking about like art journey, creative journey?
I mean that, and you know what I'm saying. We're not constricted by time, so
right. You're talking about
get to talk about what got you into comics, but I mean, also I want to talk about the dual platform action and all that. What got you to that point?
All right, so I'll talk about that first. When I launched Forbidden back in, I think it was around February this year, issue 0. I launched it. Hey, what's up, Doc? I launched it on Indiegogo. A successful launch, and so then everyone was telling me you need to go to Kickstarter. So when I launched issue number 1, I launched that on Kickstarter, not realizing that I alienated my base on Indiegogo, and that was my way of learning that there's a difference. I just realized that there's this silent feud between the Hatfields and the McCoys. So I was like, wait, hold on. So I had people that wouldn't back me on Kickstarter from Indiegogo. So I did a backup campaign at the end of the Kickstarter campaign for issue 1 on Indiegogo. But, 2 months consecutively promoting a campaign wore me out. Right. So I said, all right, I'm going to, because I have a smaller audience on Indiegogo than I do or have on Kickstarter. So I said, I'm going to go and promote them both promote it consecutively. Launch the Indiegogo and the Forbidden campaign. The only difference is that on Indiegogo, there's going to be an exclusive cover for Indiegogo, and on Kickstarter, there'll be an exclusive cover for there. And the stretch goals will be less, the backer goals will be lower on Indiegogo because I have a smaller audience. So I did the first backer goal at 25 backers, where on Kickstarter, I did it at 50. Not realizing how much hard work it's going to be. So I was like, maybe I should have just done the 2 months, because trying to promote 2 campaigns simultaneously, it is exhausting. And I must post. I post about 3 times a day for both campaigns on about 60 different locations.
Right.
Yes, and each time with a new graphic. So I create all my graphics.
And I mean, he writes out a whole different promo.
Yes.
And he has shown that he has other people out on that he promotes.
Yes.
I mean, it's like you're a worker. You put in the work. I appreciate that.
Thank you. And I'm also a fan. So, there's a lot of campaigns out there that I back. And so I try to promote those. And then we also have a lot of guests on our show that have campaigns. So I promote them as well. So I'm not just promoting my stuff. I'm trying to give them, because I love to share. I love to share. You know what I mean? So for
Yes.
me, whatever I can do to help the other guy, I do it. And I wake up every morning, and the first thing I'm doing is creating new graphics. and then I become like this mad scientist, and I'm posting everywhere.
Dude, and I'm horrible at it too. I mean, you guys see the stuff that I make, right? I'm horrible at it. I mean, it's basic as hell. But I mean, I got to make stuff. I got to have my wall of honor. I got to have my promo cards, all that stuff. But you can tell that's all me.
Right.
I'm lousy at it. I'm getting better though. I learned to add stickers and different things, how to place logos. And what I really need is a CromCon logo that is just distinct and stands out. Because every month I'm trying to find something new, and I just haven't found anything for CromCon that I like.
Right.
I like the Madness Comic Network one. I like the Comic Related Madness logo. I like those logos, but CromCon just doesn't have that distinct look to the logo yet. I'm trying to find it,
Yeah.
But man, you go out there every day, like you said, making a different promo, and you drop the link.
Yes.
I can't express how important that part is. You drop the link in places where people like me. Look, not everybody shares. You know that.
Yes.
You have people that like it, they don't share.
Right.
Not everybody shares. Shares, that's something that those of us that are really truly wanting you to get seen as many places as possible, that's something we do.
Right.
Not everybody does that. That's cool. You can't make people share what you're doing. That's why you go out there and you put it everywhere so they see it. They see it whether it's shared there or not, right?
Yeah, I think they get caught up in all of the talk about if you put a link in your post, Facebook's not going to it's not going to be shown. If you could do this, and I don't get caught up in that. I said, look, if I post it, if someone sees it and hit that link, I did my job. Even if it was one person, so I'm going to have that link available. I'm not going to get caught up in all of the algorithm talk because I don't understand it. I'm not even going to try to pretend to understand it. I'm just going to post. They gave me a platform that I can post to. I'm going to post.
There you go. And that was part of the reason that I realized early on that like only the top 25, 30 people on my friends list were actually seeing what I was doing.
Yes.
They were the only ones interacting, it's like, and it was like, okay, we're definitely not reaching the audience, know? And when we created the madness and COVID hit and everything, it was like, okay, now we have an actual platform where we can work out of, people are seeing it. And there was only like 400 or 500 people in the madness when ECCC went down last year. It's grown. People are, starting to appreciate what we're trying to do, which is, give those. Look, there's a lot of people that don't want to go to cons still.
Right.
On both sides of the table.
Yeah.
There's creators that don't want to go. There's fans that don't want to go. CromCon is still going to be here.
There you go.
So now that we covered what we both do outside of the creative part of it, it's definitely time to dig into this. Which campaign do you want to pull up?
The Kickstarter.
The Kickstarter?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Share screen. Okay. All right. So it's already funded.
Yes.
Got 19 days to go. 29 backers. All right. It's climbing.
Yeah, it's climbing. I have a little over 50 people that are watching the campaign that have signed up for the alert. But we're pushing it. I'm excited about this issue. This is the biggest issue so far. It's 32 pages for issue 2. And I also introduced a new artist. His name is Primi Santra. And Anibal Arroyo did the first 2 issues of this campaign. So in this campaign, you can either get issue 3 issue 2 alone, or get the collected edition, the first volume of the graphic novel. Or you can buy all the floppies yourself, or you can get the digital versions. So you have a lot of options. Yeah, but this is exciting because I wrote Forbidden back in 2000, and I released it back in 2005,
You
2006.
wrote this 20 years ago?
Yeah, man.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, man. And
I'm muting myself out because we got some background noise here, but it's like I'm paying attention.
yeah, so I originally wrote it back in 2000, and I only released 2 issues back then. It was 0 and 1, and then I left comics for 10 years. And so when I decided to come back in 2018, I finished this series. So it's a 168-page miniseries, and it's completed. It's 100% completed. I'm planning on releasing the 200-page graphic novel next fall, which is the 168 pages plus all the bonus art behind the scenes, the character designs, all that stuff, the world maps, next fall. So I commissioned Prime Santra in 2018. He did 128 pages in a year. He finished it. And then Barbara Siroji, I found, and she's the colorist. She just finished coloring the entire thing. George Medina lettered everything, and I do a lot of the variant covers and the homage covers. But so I'm excited. So I decided to re-release it. Have it a really good introduction on Indiegogo. We funded on Indiegogo. We funded on Kickstarter, but we haven't been able to break 50 backers. So I'm hoping to break 100 backers with this campaign. It's fantastic. Great art. The story I stand by 100%. I worked a lot on it. Even when I went back in 2018 and revisited my book, I finished the entire thing and I added to it because when I wrote it years ago, I only wrote the first 2 scripts. I didn't write the other 4 scripts. And so I went back in 2018 and finished it up. And here it is. I'm excited for it.
I'm checking it out. Now, see, I don't know if you know how I do this, but when I know I'm going to have somebody on my show, I try not to pry into everything and have all the knowledge ahead of time because I want this to be genuine, me asking you questions about stuff I really don't know. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't go to your Facebook page and, oh, what's this guy all about and everything. It's like I want you to come out here and tell people the stuff that, like that I don't know. Okay, now you say you took a 10-year hiatus.
Yes. So
what? Kind of why, and then
yes,
kind of what brought you back.
So there was many reasons. So when I came into the comic scene in 2005, we came in. We had a great reception. I became known for a comic book series called "There's an Alien in My Toilet." And
called what?
There's an alien in my toilet. His name is Duty.
There's an alien in my toilet. All right.
His name is Duty. He's from Uranus. And so so that was the book I became known for. And so we got featured in local and national news. We were represented by Circle of Confusion, which was representing Robert Kirkman and the Wachowski brothers. We're under the same management company. And we were close to having a deal with the networks. And then the deal fell through. And then there were some personal things that were happening. It was just like everything was like tumbling, like everything was falling at one point. And so then, I had to walk away for personal reasons, and I didn't even say anything, and it just disappeared. And so then after, a decade of, the hustle and bustle and working, we were settled, everything was fine. And I asked my wife, I said, look, I don't want to look back in life and say, what if? And she's like, go for it. It was like that Rocky and Adrian scene on the beach, right? And and he's like, what do you want from me, Adrian? Right? And so that gave me the motivation to go back. And that's when I said, all right, so if I'm going to come back, I want to start with the podcast because I gave up the podcast too. I launched the podcast back in 2005 and very successful. We've had all the who's who in independent comics on the show. And then, I decided I want to bring back the podcast. So I called George. Actually, George met up with me and we talked. I said, hey, I want to bring it up to the show. He says, I'm down. So let's bring it back. And then when I went on social media and I said I'm coming back into comics, Mark Torres from It Came From the Radio was the first one to invite me on his show. He says, "Yo, you want to break the news on my show?" I said, "Sure, definitely." And that was the beginning. And in 2019 was my official comeback.
See, and 2019 is when the madness was born. It was a good year.
There you go. And the
Good
craze and the
year.
madness.
What can I say, man? I mean, dude, I was just a fan.
Yeah.
That had just a little group, and when Emerald City went down, it was like, oh shit, what are all my friends gonna do?
Right.
I mean, half of them weren't even getting like money back for the tables that they had reserved. They were getting told, yeah, we'll get you next year. It's like they didn't have no tables to set up. It was like, damn.
Wow.
So, I just went out there. I dove in. I had no idea what I was doing. No idea. And I still don't. It's fun, though. What's up, Ted? Got
What's up,
Ted
Ted?
Davies out there.
Yeah, he was just on the show.
Yeah, I know. That's one thing. It's like I spy on all you guys' shows looking for talent. But I mean, I've known Ted for quite a while. But yeah, I mean, that's the whole reason I encourage people to drop their shows also in the madness, so that the creatives can find you guys and know where the other shows are that they can go on. I'm all about the network.
Oh, good. Now I know. I'll be dropping them.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to tell me twice.
I'll be honest with you. Right now, I got let's see, Monday Madness for the 15th. I only have one guest. I'm like, I haven't really gotten anybody to come out. I only have one guest for the 22nd, but CromCon's pulled up.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, I got other shows, y'all. If you want to come out on Mondays, let me know. So yeah, anytime you want to send a guest or mention, that
Definitely.
I'm just another show they can go on, you do that. I do that for everybody. I tell them, look in the madness. Look every evening. You will see all the different shows. All you guys are approachable. Looking for content. Want to talk about people's books. So I mean, that's why I just turned the madness into a complete networking and promotion group, as opposed to a, hey, look what I got group, which is what it was in the beginning. It was just showing off your stuff,
Yes. Thank you, Ted. I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the other thing. I mean, anytime you want to bring your team with you.
Oh, absolutely.
On one of my shows, that's always okay.
Oh, yeah, because January we'll be launching Catch Da Craze Part 4. And so, definitely George and I would love to be back.
Yes, definitely. And it's always, I try to let people know that too. If you bring your team out like to a CromCon event, I give you an hour instead of just a half hour. You got the whole team out and you're talking, everybody's got stuff to say. I don't try to cram that into 30 minutes. So
awesome.
That's a given as well. Anybody that's bringing their team out to CromCon, they get extra time.
There you go. Look at that.
Got to cover everybody, right?
Yes.
Ted, you're always out for the madness. We got you. That's another book that's crazy killer. Grim.
Yes.
Grim.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, man, let's delve into the book.
Yeah, so that what you have on the screen right there is my homage cover to Kingdom Come. I did the cover, and it comes with a certificate of authenticity. It's numbered in the book, and the certificate is also numbered and signed. And I was a big Alex Ross fan. It's not painted. I'm not a painter like Alex Ross, but I just wanted to do an homage to him. To keep that book.
Looks good. Looks real good.
Thank you. Yeah, so in this tier, you can get everything from issue 0 all the way up to issue 1. So you never have to worry about, hey, I never read the first 2 issues. They're available here as well. You can get them individually or collected. We have variant covers by artist John Coates, which you see there. We have a lot of bundles. A lot of variant covers. You have the collected edition, so it comes with 2 trading cards, 2 stickers, a bookmark, and that's the graphic novel for Volume 1
All
that you
right.
see there. That cover was done by Anibal Arroyo, who was the artist. When I wrote Forbidden back in 2000, I put it away because I knew I wasn't the right artist for it. Right, so I knew that my strength didn't lie in this book, and so I focused on a book called Cosmic Wars that I was illustrating, and I just put the book away. So I wrote the history, I wrote all the character bios, the timeline, everything, and I wrote the first 2 scripts, and I just put it in a binder, put it away, and then fast forward a few years later, we were at a Star Wars convention in Secaucus, New Jersey, and I was trying to promote Cosmic Wars there, and that was a bad idea because everyone was looking for Star Wars. But I met Anibal there, and when I met him, we talked, and I gave, he was looking for work. He was in the military. He was on leave, and so I introduced him to Forbidden, and he did a fantastic job with the renderings, and we went from there.
We got Doc dropping logos in. Dropping a logo in the group. I guess I should have specified though. It's got to be red on black, man. It's got to be red on black. Everything I have, all my cups, everything, it's red on black, man. It's got to be red on black. My business cards, all it is. It looked good, but it's got to be red on black. Trish, what's happening? Look at that. The wedding picture in the profile, and that's sweet. I don't know if you know Trish or not, but Trish,
how's it going?
Trish made me a whole bunch of these.
Nice.
These CromCon pins, got my little business card on the back.
Look at you.
A whole bunch of them. Dude,
look at you.
I'm going to be giving them out.
It's a promo king.
Yeah, I'm going to be giving them out this weekend.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's what the live cons are for, man. For me, it's like more networking, more with like local people.
Yes.
And getting to know the local people is big.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the one thing that I miss the most. It's I was talking to George, my buddy, and I was like, 10 years ago we were extremely successful, and we were trying to figure out what that was. But we were doing about 14 to 18 shows a year, and it was because we were building relations. We were talking to the people,
Yes.
we were high-fiving, we were hugging, we're taking photos, we're connecting, we're building that audience and that network. And then I come back and now everything's behind a screen, and it's so impersonal, and it's so much harder to try to build credibility and build those relationships because you're not there. And, we're physical creatures, and, we like to engage.
There you go. But now for me, it's backwards though. It's like for me, I built this online, and now I'm starting to go to the cons and get to know people, and they actually get to meet me and see that I'm real. This is who I am. I don't know if anybody knows that. Everybody who's met me will tell you this is who I am. But yeah, it's like for me, it's backwards. My audience was built online, and now I got to go around and meet all the people live. Yes. I got to hit some of these cons and meet some of these people I've been talking to for the last couple of years.
Yes, I was trying to figure that out, Trish. I was like, wait, it was the Halloween special. I remember. That's right. I was like, wait, I wrote a story. Was I drinking? I don't remember.
All right, with the raging ladies, over there.
Yes. That's the modern day Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah, yeah. They did. They came out on I think CromCon and eight Carolina Reapers or something, or no, they did the Toe of Satan.
Oh wow.
The Toe of Satan during CromCon, during their segment of CromCon. It was like, they got the hottest sucker in the world.
Yes. They torture themselves. It's crazy.
Yes, they do.
I don't know how they do it.
So,
so if you wanted all the covers, you can get all the covers. That comes with 2 homage covers. So that the one with the green and the yellow, that's the homage to Doctor Strange. I forgot the issue. But so yeah, so there's gold foil covers in there. There's hollow foil covers in there, and you have art by me, Anibal Arroyo, uh, David Quiles, John Coates.
Nice.
There's 12 covers, and then we
Oh, and the retailer tier. The retailer tier.
yes, and yes, that's the way to do it. Trying to get into the stores directly. There was Four Corners Collectibles in LA that back the last campaign. So thank you guys. So I'm just trying to get to as many retailers as possible.
Yeah, we encourage that. We encourage everybody to put a retailer tier. Not that there's a lot of retailers looking, but they're starting to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're starting to look, man. They're starting to look to Kickstarter to get something to put on the shelf. They're starting to look at Indiegogo to find something to put on the shelf. Give them something to look at.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And all the tiers, all the bundles, the shipping's incorporated. So there's no next screen for you. It's all like this. So whatever price you see there, unless you're in Canada, international, there is an additional cost for shipping, but locally, no. And then I'll also do digital commissions for digital art, black and white, up to 3 characters. And if you wanted an 11 by 17, then that's different. Then also all of the original art. We have 7 pieces in total on this, 4 on this campaign and 3 on Indiegogo up for grabs. And it comes framed. So they actually come framed. So here's just like this.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Let me get that up there where they can see it. All right.
So they come framed.
Nice.
Yes, and this is the Creeper by Anibal Arroyo did this one. Yeah. So
shipping for that's gonna be fun. Package that thing like it's for war.
Oh yeah. I practice this paper. It's really good. We had a collector
anything glass, man. You know what's up. Anything
Yeah.
glass is gonna be harsh.
Yeah, I had a collector in LA who got one, and he got everything in pristine condition. So that cover right there was done by David Quiles, a fantastic indie artist, and that was done by Anibal Arroyo.
I like it.
And then
everything's available as an add-on. You can get the issue 0, all the different covers. Now, are those all first prints?
Yes. So those are yes, and so those are if it's $10, that means it's a hollow foil or gold cover. If it's $5, it's a standard edition.
Don't be a cynic. Look for what, man. Look, there was a time when we did this. We bought comics because it was fun. Reading the stories was fun. Buy the books that look like they're gonna be fun. That's all. All that cynicism goes away. Don't even look at that other crap. If it looks like it's fun, jump on board. Because I mean, we all have our different definitions of what was fun for us when we were young. Some people liked pirates, some people liked transformer type stuff, mechas. There's all different kinds of things that we looked at that were fun.
Yes.
We're not all the same, but all that stuff is out there today in the indie world. You just gotta ask people, look around, you'll find the stuff that was fun for you. I promise.
Yeah. Absolutely. So those pages that you're looking at right there, that's from issue 0. That was done by Anibal Arroyo. So I put 4 of the sample pages there, and then the stretch goals. We're $150 away from unlocking the first stretch goal, which is the Viejo sticker. He's a featured main character in the series, and actually in issue number 2, which is right now on the campaign, you'll find out who he is and what he is to the story. And so so then you have all the stretch goals from that point on, and what you can get from the trading cards, and then the exclusive Creeper trading card, which is a hollow foil card. And these are
I want everybody to understand, this is something I also tell people when they're putting the campaign up. Put the bio up of all your team. Let everybody know who your team is, man. And,
yes.
I appreciate that you did this.
Yeah, I mean, there's no forbidden without this great group of talented people that worked with me on it. They helped me bring it to life, and and they loved it as much as I did, which is why it shows in the book and in the art and the quality. And I appreciate them. I appreciate all of them tremendously. And so yeah, then you have just a collage of photos of fans throughout the years that supported Forbidden from back in 2005 all the way up to now. Yeah, so you can get more of that on my website at crazycomics.com. And then I also do the crossover pinup for Tragedy, and which is available at the 75 backer goal.
Cool, cool.
Yeah. And so basically, the premise behind Forbidden is basic. There's a group of people, a race of people that were existed centuries ago on the surface of the earth, and they were broken into hunters, soldiers, and farmers. The hunters went off to get food, and they entered in the dark forest they weren't supposed to go into. They were immediately attacked by creepers, and one made it out alive, made it back to the village. And at nightfall, a figure comes to the village and says, "Give us back um, the one who's desecrated our land, and no harm will come to you. Choose not to, and suffer the wrath of Nokron." They chose not to. By morning, they started waking up to screams. They were burning alive from the sun. They ran for safety. The ones who made it underground into the caverns they were never to be seen again. So centuries later, the world has evolved, modern day technology, and Nokron has also evolved in the form of a billionaire mogul. His name is David Hunter. His goal is to dominate the globe. But the prophecy states that his empire will be destroyed at the hand of the son of Vox if he rises from the caverns. So issue 0, which launched in February, started off with the son challenging his father, and you scroll down, you'll see the page, all the way down to the issue 0 is where you have the son saying to his father, "How do you know this curse still exists? We've been down here for ages." And so the father locks his son up. He imprisons him until he got rid of his mind of those foolish thoughts. Yeah, keep going. Next one. Right there. So that scene right there, you see the back of the sin facing his father. And so his father's like, enough. Well, I'm not going to risk the life of our people because of your foolish thoughts. So he imprisons his son. And now his sister Desiree is caught between father and brother, and only men rule, but yet she should be the most logical ruler because she's the most cunning, strategic, level-headed of all of them, and fearless. But now now she knows what her brother may be causing, and so in issue 0, he commits the ultimate sin against the family, and he escapes. But to do so, he had to commit murder. He kills to get out, and with the aid of his lover Arius, and they escape to the surface. And now Desiree knows exactly what the implications are. So now she has to try to save her people and try to bring her brother back before he is found. And that's where it takes off. And so Nokron, David Hunter, is now alerted that the son of Rox has risen, and they need to find him and destroy him.
Nice. I like it. I like it. And I got a little Odin Thor vibe there.
Yeah. So it's old world medieval versus modern day science and technology.
I definitely like that. I mean, that panel right there. I've seen that panel in the Scar more than once.
Yes.
Where Thor's like, "No, Dad, you're wrong," and Dad's like, "I'm gonna whoop your ass, boy."
Well, you know what? And then for me, it's like it's what's more relatable, that classic dispute between father and son.
Yeah.
Right? It's recognizable. Anyone can recognize it because we've all been in that situation where you had odds with your parents from whatever reason it is, whether it's curfew or something you don't agree with. But this, he's challenging because he never experienced the curse, so he doesn't even know. All he knows that he was raised on the ground, and there's this talk of this surface world. But where does that information come from? From his lover, Arius. There's always got to be that influencer that plants that seed that creates you to, starts making you start wonder. And so that's where it begins. So you'll find out what Arius' true motives are, and who she is to the story, and who Viejo is, this strange man that befriends sin on the surface. So there's a lot that goes on in this.
Nice. So I want to play the video, and then I mean, I kind of want to look at the other one too. I want to look at the Kickstarter one as well. But let's go ahead and pop this video, and let's check this out.
challenged his father because of a curse on his people, betraying his family in search of the truth, awakening the evil behind the curse. Now they must race to save their people or die trying.
Hi, I'm Samuel, and welcome to Forbidden Issue 2, The Hunt, the third campaign, the biggest one yet, 32 pages of action and drama. We have guest artists, variant covers, homage covers, a graphic novel, volume 1. You can collect the first 3 issues, a crossover pinup between Philip Russ's Tragedy and Forbidden, and so much more. Thank you for supporting this book that I've been working on for 20 years of my life. It is my passion project, and I'm happy to share with you. Forbidden.
I like it.
Thank you.
I'm one of them people that likes to pause that thing right on the right spot after they're done talking. Gotta be there where you can see it.
Yes.
So yeah, man. Now I'm gonna drop over and we're gonna look at the Indiegogo side of this. What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. And yeah, if anybody in the chat has any questions, it's okay to drop that inquiry. We're good with that. We like people to ask questions. It makes our guests feel like they're people are paying attention to And yes, Doc, I know you needed more coffee in the caps lock and all that. Don't worry about it. It's all good, bro. All good. If your comment count goes up because somebody needs more coffee, whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes. I've been having a good time though on messing with YouTube. I'm just getting close to 500 now.
Yes, you are. You're very close. 3 away.
Did you notice when you started getting up there that like they would take likes away from your?
Yes.
Yeah, man, all kinds of weird stuff going on, and it's like I'm watching them now, boy, and I go after them. Give me my likes back.
Yes, it's constant. 1 minute you see that it go up, then it goes down, then it goes up. Like I don't understand what they're trying to do here.
No, I mean like totally gone. Like every like, yeah, gone. It's like,
me and George we had a show the other night, and it was like 15 thumbs up, and then the next morning it was 0. I was like, what the hell just happened?
Now you know that in the scroll down menu where it says give feedback, that takes a screenshot of whatever you're looking at. So you take a screenshot of that 0 likes and you say, would you please give me my likes back?
Yes.
And they do. And they do. But you got to go after them for it. Otherwise, they won't.
It's crazy how they manipulate it. It's nuts.
Yeah. And we're out here trying to get, seen. We need those likes to trigger those stupid algorithms, right?
Yeah.
We need that stuff, man, and they want to take it away. It's like, come on, man. We're just starting to get up there. You can't be taking it away now.
I know. I was reading an article. It says the road to 1,000 is going to be the hardest road you ever take, but once you get to 1,000, it should be smooth sailing from that point on. But woof, you got to fight for every subscriber. Oh, it's Catch the Craze. Catch the Craze.
I'm surprised at myself that I didn't have that banner made. But yeah, it is. That's what it is. Catch the Craze on YouTube. There you go. Catch the Craze podcast. And it's a great show. It's a great show. I watch it all the time. I steal stuff from it sometimes. Like I'll watch. One thing I don't watch though is when they start really delving into the campaign. Then I'll like, okay, that's good, because that's the part I want to cover with you. When I'm talking to you, right? But I'll watch all the background stuff. Because everybody has different questions.
Yes.
You get pulled out in different directions on every show you go on. And it's like my questions usually aren't all that comic related really is like I'll go into what kind of music you like, just
Yes.
weird stuff because everybody else asks all the comic questions anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
So what is your music of choice?
Mine?
Yeah.
It's everything. I love all music. I love blues. I love rock. I love, I love opera. I love everything. I'm just a fan of music. Um, and so like if I'm working out, I'm either listening to rock or I'm listening to rap. If I'm reading, I usually have like, the symphony, an orchestra playing in the background. It's just all instruments. Um, if I'm just chilling in the yard, I'm listening to like Motown, so it really all depends on my mood.
Ooh, this is Motown. Got some Supremes in him and shit.
Yeah, crazy. What? Don't get me started. But yes, I love. Yeah, I just love. Oh, thank you so much, Doc. Much appreciated. Um, and what's up, Georgie Porgy? And yeah, I just love music.
George, what's going
Yeah.
on?
Yes, I think music is like the best form of creativity there is. I mean, what else can affect an entire population of people? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Music, it's just there's something about music that I think everyone relates to. Um,
Yeah, because
you know?
even like somebody like me who was a hardcore metalhead for most all my life, you know, but there's still like you said, I like some orchestrated stuff. I love the Royal Philharmonic Pink Floyd,
Mhm.
where
Nice.
they just go out there and all they do is the Pink Floyd music with
Yeah.
the orchestra. It's
I mean,
like,
one of the best things that ever happened was Guns N' Roses November Rain with the instruments. I mean, it was just such a beautifully produced song.
yeah,
Oh my god! And I don't know anyone who doesn't appreciate that song. It was just amazing.
it's and I mean, I've grown to love a lot of different kinds of music that I didn't particularly care for back in the day. The only thing I still can't do is cry in your cry in your beer country. I still can't do that.
I love country music. I mean, I grew up with Willie Nelson, Kenny Rogers.
Well,
So
see, but that's not crying your beer country.
yeah.
That's old school cowboy shit country. That was
Okay,
different.
crying your
You
beer,
know?
lady makes you cry. I'm just saying.
There's oh man, there is some really good stuff back in the day, man. There's
Yes,
some
a
real
lot of
good
good
stuff,
stuff.
man.
Yeah, I'm a big
Oh,
Elvis fan. So
oh no, don't get me started. Hold up. Hold up. He said Elvis.
oh yeah, here we go.
Elvis. Look at this right here, handy.
Nice. Look at you. Oh my
That's
gosh.
the magazine-sized TV guide,
Wow.
hologram Elvis cover.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Elvis 45s and 78s.
Nice.
Got them
Nice.
all, dude. I got them all. Every stinking one of them. All
That is,
shook up. Heartbreak
yeah.
Hotel. All that stuff is
Oh
here,
my
man.
god. I
All of
still
it.
have the VHS movies.
Yeah, I got all them
From
too.
Roustabout to GI Blues to oh my
I
god.
got all them too.
Oh
Most of the albums I have are still in the plastic.
wow. That is
See,
impressive.
my mom was a huge Elvis fan, so I would send her Elvis stuff all the time.
Same here.
Now, as she's getting up there, she's sending it back. So I have my Elvis collection now.
Yeah, there you go. My neighbor, her name is Adele Brito. She is a true, I mean, like real. She dresses up every year on his birthday. She spends the whole week honoring his birthday. She's been to Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I keep blowing that, dude. I just keep blowing that take time off thing.
She's been to Memphis so many times to go see his residence. I mean, she's just she's diehard. Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. What do you got here? While she lay sleeping, I stay up late at night and draw my book. Oh, okay. And you listen to old school metal while she's trying to sleep? You're a nice guy, Doc. Headphones. I know headphones. I get it. I've never been a headphone guy.
No.
I have never liked them. Never, ever. Not for gameplay, not for nothing. I do not like. No earbuds, no headphones. I don't do that shit. I hate them. Hate them. I got hair. It's
There you
just,
go.
it's
Yeah,
like they just don't work. You go
mine
to
is-
take them
mine
off,
is a
they're
bun.
pulling hair out.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I don't like them.
Yeah.
I'm reading them backwards. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with dyslexia. Not a thing.
There you go. There you go.
So yeah, here we go. The Indiegogo side of it.
Yes.
Now I'm going to assume that the video is pretty much the same.
It's exactly the same. Yes.
Okay, so we don't need to go do that one.
No.
Here goes Glenn. I went to see Elvis on the first anniversary of his death to be greeted with police firemen strike curfew from 7 p.m. 1 million people were at Graceland. I got back on the Greyhound bus.
Wow.
1 million people at Graceland for the anniversary of his death, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
1 million people, y'all. Nobody draws 1 million people.
No.
He was dead. He drew 1 million people. It's like, he was the king. There's no disputing it.
Yeah.
I mean, crazy.
He shook
crazy.
up the world.
Yeah, he did. So we have the Indiegogo. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. What did I just do? I clicked on something weird. Okay. There we go. All right. We have the Indiegogo version.
Yes.
Because this guy is a glutton for punishment, and I'm going to run both of them at the same time.
Yes. So this bundle right here was only a first day bundle on Kickstarter that you see on the screen. But it's a featured bundle on Indiegogo, so it's running all through the campaign. So that's the only time you can get that pinup with the comic and that sticker. And that cover was done by artist John Coates. So it was a one-day special on Kickstarter, but it's a full feature on Indiegogo.
All right. And obviously, we got all the same things where you got a retail and the catch-up tiers and all that. It's like you said, it's trimmed down a little bit, but it's, it's there for you. Get what you can get, like the different original pages on this campaign from the other. The creepers over here, y'all.
Yes.
If you want to get the creeper, you got to come to Indiegogo. Oh.
Yes.
I like it.
Thank you.
So, how much work, bro?
What do you mean? It's a lot of work. It takes up this campaign's taking up a lot of more time than I expected. Trying to promote two. Thank you, sir. There's a lot of great guys that worked on this book. Trying to run two campaigns concurrent takes a toll because you have to create different graphics and different promos and and try to get the word out. Thanks, Doc. And so it's just taxing. So I think about 3 hours of my day every day is promoting the two campaigns. I can't hear you, Doc. I can see you laughing, but I can't hear you. I lost your audio.
No, I had to mute myself because the kids are all screaming because it's snowing outside.
Oh, wow. You got snow?
It's the first time this year that they're just all screaming, it's snowing, it's snowing. So I had to mute myself so y'all wouldn't get bombarded with all that. But, yeah. Let's see. What do we got? Fun looking book. Scroll down. I'm getting there. Jeez. Jeez.
So this is where you really learn about David Hunter and Donovan Limbo. In this scene, they're trying to buy out this corporation because they really want to have a monopoly on the industry, and they're refusing to sell to them. And so there's an attorney for that corporation that's telling them, let's just leave. So they needed to make an example out of him, and that's what you see in the next scene right there.
Bam!
Yes.
Oh, you want to see the bottom of that page? Did you see it, or do I have to go back up again? Which page did you want to see? The bottom of that page?
Yes, that page.
That one right there? There's a whole bunch of people looking at that guy like, what are you going to do?
Yes, and they don't realize, because they don't know who he truly is. They just think he's a billionaire, and he's just trying to monopolize. He's a ruthless billionaire. He just wants to own everything. But there's a reason why he does own everything. And this was from issue number 1, and that's when Donovan Limbo, who's standing behind David, who's sitting down on this chair, he's like, we have a problem because the son of Vox has risen.
That panel is badass right there.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Oh yeah, that is just beautifully done. Yeah, we had to fly on a helicopter for him to capture that scene. I'm just joking. Imagine.
That's a helicopter going way up in the air, bro.
Yeah. No, Adibal did an amazing job with that scene. Just beautifully done.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Yeah. And he has a way with doing hair. I was like, were you like Vidal Sassoon in another life? Because when he draws hair, it's just fantastic.
And there's all the tears again.
Yes.
And all the same stuff, retailer tiers, yes, good, available. It's all available on and the 3 different pieces of art, y'all.
Yes.
So there it is. This is good stuff, man. I'm glad you came out and shared it with us, man.
Yeah, and so we're running a raffle. So basically, every backer who backs from now to the end of the campaign, who backs at $15 or more, will go into the wheel. So every Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights, we spin the wheel. George has a spinner, and we add 5 names. For every 5 new backers at $15 or more, their names will go on the spinner. And we spin that wheel, and one lucky winner will win ARG, which is a digital prose that I wrote. It's a short story prose, and it's about a goblin born into a human, wealthy family, human woman, and they immediately denied ever having the child because it was so gruesome at birth. When he came out the womb, she screamed, "Ah!" and that became his name. And so they whisked him away, never to be seen, and he's caught between the crossroads. He loves a family that doesn't love him, but yet his true destiny is to unlock the gates to another world to enter and destroy the planet. And so he's caught between a rock and a hard place. So it's a short story prose that I wrote that you'll be able to get at one lucky winner. Every 5 backers, it's gonna be one lucky winner that gets it. And we did the raffle on Wednesday night, and Spooky T2I, who's an artist, won his copy of the prose. So for every backer at 15 and up, you'll get a chance to get you spin that wheel.
Nice. Now, you were talking about you did a cross promotion thing with Philip. And,
yes.
We encourage that kind of stuff, but we also encourage including Crom in that kind of stuff. And as you can see under the chair, our little goblin is hanging out. He's like,
nice.
Actually, he's a troll. He's an internet troll. That's what he is.
Nice.
He's an internet troll, and but we encourage that kind of cross promotion, that kind of stuff. That bounces your fan base off somebody else's fan base.
Yes, and I think what happened, Philip hit me up because we were both launching on the 1st of November, and so we came up with the idea. I said, you know what, I'll draw the piece. He got it colored. So I drew the piece with my character Desiree, with his character Tragedy, and one villain for my book and one villain for his book. So on if we get to 75 backers, everybody will get a digital copy of it. If I get to 100 backers, everybody will get a physical copy of it. So he already made his backer goal on that one. So his team will get that. His followers. So we're trying to get that on right now. We're closer on Kickstarter than here. And then, so what I did here, I have a 25 backer goal, which is there's a digital print of David Hunter and the Creepers that I did that they'll get at 20. So I started the tier on Indiegogo at 25 and on Kickstarter at 50.
Now, see, I didn't know until I got here with you earlier that you even had this on Indiegogo. I knew it was on Kickstarter, obviously, but I
Yes.
did not know it was on Indiegogo. So I get to go up over there to the Twitter feed right now and drop this one right
Thank
now
you.
in front of everybody and say, check it out.
Thank you.
Because, that's one of the things I was talking about. I'm trying to bridge that gap.
Yeah,
know,
there's definitely a gap.
I'm trying to make sure that the people on Twitter are seeing that Kickstarter stuff. You might see something you like. I'm trying to make sure that the people on Facebook are seeing that Indiegogo stuff. You might see something you like. We had this conversation. There is no platform that is no good if you can sell books. There's no platform that's no good if you're trying to find books. If you're a fan, it doesn't matter, Amazon. Look, you're going to get the book wherever you can find the book. Yeah. If you're a fan of that person or that series and you want that book, you're going to get that book. It doesn't matter. So all the different platforms, use as many as you can. Use them as often as you can. Sell as many books as you can.
Well, for me, even if it was 100 backers and they all just got the digital version, the $5 digital, as long as I got 100 people reading the book, I'm good. Because
Yes.
the stuff was already paid for. I paid for it out of pocket. So I'm not trying to raise money to pay somebody. I'm trying to get my book into as many people's hands. And so if everybody just said, you know what, I just can't do a $20 campaign and I could do a $5, we'll read issue 0, start there, $5. And I don't care if it's 100 people. I just want 100 people to read my book.
So if I just wanted to get 0 to start, just 0 to start with, I can just get 0, right?
You should be able to.
I don't mean PDF because I don't do that. I'm one of them people that I love when you make a catch-up tier available where we can go back, we can get that first book, and then we can decide if we want to be along for the ride.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody that does that, most all of them will tell you Pops gets a hold of them. Hey, man, is that a first print? Because Pops is a collector. Okay. So it's getting first print, first print. Can I still get, one of those first print 0s?
Yes.
That's where I want to start. And then I'll get caught up if it's something that, gets to me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Everybody will tell you I'm always trying to get that old first print #1. I know you got one hidden somewhere. I tell them all. I know you got one hidden somewhere. Break out.
Break it out.
That's what I want. It's the collector in me. It's not saying I won't get a second print if that's all that's available, but I want you to dig in them boxes. I know you got one hidden in there somewhere. Can I say? I'm a little bit selfish when it comes to cool stuff.
Well, that's why collectors, they collect for a reason, and there's specific criteria that have to be met when you're going to collect.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
Especially if you're leaving it down to the next generations.
Yeah. I mean, I there was a point for like 3 years in a row back about 10 years ago. I was a big collector of original art from comic artists, and I have everything sealed and bagged and just mint condition and protected. There was some artists that I just had to have their work because I'm a fan. I've been a fanboy since I was a kid. When my mom introduced me to Archie comics, and then when I went to the store, my first comic was G.I. Joe and Sergeant Rock. Those were my first 2 comics that I picked up on my own at the candy store. They were on the spinner rack. I was like, and I was a big G.I. Joe collector, the 3/4 inch figures. And so I was like, oh, there's a comic book. Oh my goodness. I was hooked. And then I didn't realize that you can be a paid comic artist until I saw Too Close for Comfort. And the father was drew Cosmic Cow. He was an artist. And I was like, you can do that for a living? And that was it. it was it. And that's like I have to do this, so that took me on my course to want to become a comic artist.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, now for me, it was Defenders 10.
Wow.
And I was a mythology nerd. Okay. And I was above comics. I read mythology. I read real stories, right?
Real stories.
I'm standing in the shopping center, like the supermarket, and they always had the spinner rack at the end of, that the checkout line.
Right.
Because, while you're standing there in line, they want the kids to get on them parents. Hey, can I get this? Candy, all that stuff's in that little aisle right there, right?
Right.
So I look over and there's Thor on the cover of Defenders 10 fighting the Hulk. And I'm like, wait a minute. That's a mythology dude. Mom, can I get this? Are you going to read it? She gave me that goofy look, that parents give kids. Are you going to read it? Yeah, I'm going to read it. Okay. Now, Mom's also the one that threw away my first comic book collection. So,
the horror. The horror. Oh, my brother did that to me. I came home one day. I was in the 5th grade. And I came home one day. All of my He-Man action figures, Castle Grayskull, all my G.I. Joe figures, my Voltron figures, everything was gone. Everything. There was nothing left. All he left me was my ColecoVision. That's what I had. That was it. And I was like, oh my gosh. I ran around the whole neighborhood looking for it. I couldn't find it no matter where I looked. I was so depressed. I was destroyed. So I made it my mission to reclaim everything that I lost when I was able to. And I was able to get back everything I lost. I have all my He-Man figures. I have all my G.I. Joe figures. But it took me 20 years, because I was a kid at that time. So it was when I started working and making money and all that stuff. And I was like, you know what? One at a time, I'm going to get everything back.
We have a madness update from the Grand Rapids Comic-Con. Varian from IndieBolt says it's a decent sized show. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
That's awesome.
He says a decent sized show, and on Friday, and there's people there. He's rocking. So,
Nice.
Yeah, gonna have a good time tomorrow. I'm gonna go hang out with those guys. I'm gonna go mess with Phoenix Animation. I'm gonna go see Scott Rosema, Stewart. Man, there's so many cool people that are gonna be there. Dan Monroe, Captain Wallace. I don't know if you know about Captain Wallace, but Daniel Monroe's in the Madness, has a charity. They do a PBS show, like, all kinds of stuff, man. He has comic. He's amazing artist on top of all that. But they're actually doing a skit at 2:00 tomorrow at the con. The Captain Wallace show is actually going to be there. I'm going to be filming that for sure.
Nice. Nice.
Cool stuff at the cons, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm getting jacked for tomorrow already. See that? Had to check in with my boys. What's it like up there?
Yeah, I know. I was on their show yesterday morning, and they were packing, getting ready.
Yep. Yeah, I was a day behind. He gets there last night, and I'm like, what are you doing there day early? I was a day behind. That's how messed up my scheduling has been.
Wow.
Dude, I definitely ran myself thin. I went through CromCon that last weekend and then just kept working.
Wow.
Usually I take a week off.
Right.
And I wind down from all that. I just kept working. Now I'm halfway through the month and I'm like, man, I didn't wind down at all.
No, sometimes you need it because you're going to wind up crashing.
So tomorrow I won't be. I'll be out there doing that live thing. It's going to be fun, but man, I'm going to be wiped out. And I have a countdown tomorrow at midnight for Nathan Luth. His book ends tomorrow night. We're going to come out there an hour before it's over and do a countdown. So I'm going to get home from the con, and then I'm going to be going out live in the middle of the night.
That's crazy.
I think next week I'm gonna take some time off, y'all. I don't know. I'm gonna.
Yeah, you need to. I mean, it's the hardest thing to do when when you're trying to build something and you're doing what you love.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
sometimes you have to find that time for you and the people you love, and just ground yourself because you can burn yourself out.
I have this fear that if I stop, even for a minute,
Yeah.
it's all gonna go to shit.
Yes.
You know, it's
Yeah.
I mean, it's like nobody will be here for the next show.
Right.
Whatever. You know, sometimes I get that feeling that if you don't keep punching,
Yeah.
you're gonna get knocked out. You
Yeah.
know, there's so many other people in this game right now. You
Yeah.
know, and I'm trying to really build something, a serious network that's gonna
Right.
last past my death.
Right.
You know, I'm trying to build something that's going to be here serving the indie community for a long time. I have a grandson that can't wait to take over. You
Nice.
know, I mean, he really enjoys all of it. You know, so at the same time, you gotta take a minute every now and then and just like chill.
Yeah.
It's hard to do though. I mean,
It
after you
is.
get to, I suppose after you get to 1,000 subs and that initial pressure's off,
Yeah.
that it's easier to take a break. But when you're trying to get there and you're really trying to get there, it feels like every day you're not out here doing something that you're betraying yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes. Yes.
That's
For
that's
every
how
moment
it
you
feels.
sleep, somebody's outperforming. Yeah.
That's how I feel sometimes. Like I gotta get out here and hustle, hustle, hustle. And it's not even selling my own books. It's like someday I may be out here talking about my own book, but I spent 2 years talking about everybody else's.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I hope that has given me a little bit of credibility going into the third year.
Yeah.
Where I might be trying to do a little more things that benefit me as well.
Yeah.
I do have a book in the works. I do have idea that's been laid before an artist who went, "Oh hell yes." So, we got things coming in the future. Um,
Nice.
I,
Nice.
it's but like you said, it's like you've spent 20 years. 20 years. You're trying to get 50 backers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, y'all need to go check this out, man. This guy's put in the time. He puts in the effort to get everybody else seen. Go check his book out. Take a look at it. I'm not telling everybody back it if it's not your thing, but by God, if it is, go get behind it. I mean, 100% get behind it. This guy helps a lot of people, man.
Thank
And
you, sir.
50 backers should be an easy pick for this. It really should. I mean, we're gonna push the hell out of this. That's what we're gonna do.
Thank you. Thank you. Again, you don't have to get you could just do a $5 digital and start there. And as long as somebody's reading it. For me, it's just read the book. And I guarantee you're gonna fall in love with one of the characters. You're gonna want to know more about one of the characters. There's gonna be someone in there that you relate to, that you're rooting for, that you want to see fail. It's gonna bring you in.
Do you want to see fail?
You're gonna choose a side.
Hey, dude, that is such an honest statement, though.
Yes.
Because there are people out there that's what they get off on is somebody's failure, somebody failing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
man, I hate that dude so much. I hope he just implodes. I mean, the same can be said for a comic character. You can
Yeah.
hate one so much, or just want, just dislike him or something about him so much. Man, I wish that guy would just get wrote out of the story.
Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, and I worked on this for 20 years. So the first script was written in 2000. So I'm excited. And I'm excited that the whole campaign is that the whole saga is done. It's completely written, illustrated, lettered, colored, inked. And so this is the second issue in the miniseries, in a 6-part miniseries. So and it's 32 pages. It's 32. This is the biggest one. So the first one, issue 0, was 16. It was an introduction to the series. Issue 2 was 27 pages. I mean, issue 1 was 27, and this one's 32. So each issue gets a little bigger than the last one.
And that's expected, as you have to expand more on the characters, and
Yes.
and that's a good thing. Now look, I want all you to pay attention. Kickstarter, Indiegogo. Kickstarter, Indiegogo. No excuses.
Yes, you got both platforms.
No excuses, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. Indiegogo, Kickstarter. Indiegogo, Kickstarter. It's live right now on both platforms. You can get it.
Yes.
No excuses.
Yes.
That is one of the things that drives me crazy about this, man. It's like when I first came out here and started doing this, I didn't know about all that division.
I didn't either.
I didn't know about it. And it's like, man, all I kept telling myself is, why is everybody mad about one platform or the other? Now, of course, I got educated on some of the reasons, Indiegogo doesn't take your money, or Indiegogo takes your money right now. You have the money, you're spending the money. Kickstarter has that, we're going to get the money at the end of the campaign. And sometimes shit happens in 30 days.
Yeah.
If you're one of them people that jumped on in the beginning because you wanted to get that early bird spectacular or whatever,
Yeah.
and then something happens in the month and you don't have the money after 30 days, that's one of the things people don't like about Kickstarter. It's like you don't know. Nobody knows 30 days ahead of time. And this, the way we're living now, nobody knows what 30 days has to give you.
No. We could all be abducted by aliens in 30 days.
I'm just talking about like realistic stuff. We don't know what's coming, man.
Yeah. I mean, the world is crazy right now.
Yeah, it is. It's like beyond crazy.
Yeah.
Beyond crazy, man.
Yeah.
You have no idea what's coming next. You don't know who it's coming from.
Yeah.
People who last week are one thing or this week or the other. It's like, what's going on?
Yes, and I think you can't get upset, and because it's happened. I think every campaign that we've had a couple of people fall out at the end. You can't get upset because you don't know the circumstances, and so for me, it's like, you know what, the intent was there. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Maybe next time when things are better, you'll come back. That's it. But you don't. I think you got to be realistic and understand that people sometimes things happen.
Now there's also, I know somebody like specifically pledged on a high tier on somebody's campaign that as soon as I saw that it was that person that pledged, I was like, they don't like you. They're going to try to sabotage you at the end and pull that at the end so you don't fund. And wow. I saw it and I knew that's what was happening. And I told dude, don't count on that one. Just don't count on that one because it's not going to be there at the end. And sure enough, it wasn't there at the end. He's still funded. It didn't matter. But that's what dude was trying to do. If that $400 would have been the make or break,
right?
Dude wouldn't have funded it because of it. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So there are people out there that are just assholes. Watch out for them. Try to look though. You know if it's somebody that really backs you and appreciates what you're doing or not. I think as soon as I pointed it out to dude was like, yeah, you're right. He ain't going back in. We got a Facebook user. Yo, I'm not sure who that is. Which Facebook user could it be?
Yeah, no, right?
I think it's Cindy. Oh no, it's Michael San Martino. What's happening?
Oh, San Martino. That's right. Tech the gods. Tech the gods. Yes, actually. I actually featured his books in What's in the Box.
He doesn't drop his links in the madness. Scold him.
What's up with you, San Martino? You know better than that. You must be falling asleep on the wheel like his character, Cliff.
You got to drop them links in the madness so I can share the love, bro. That's what it's all
Yes, he has a really good book called Tech the Gods that you guys got to check out. If you go to techthegods.com, it's really awesome.
If you drop that link in the private chat, I'll drop it in the chat for everybody to see it.
You're listening to Martino?
Yeah, man, that's all we do, though. I mean, that's really all we do is promote. You know, none of my shows, I don't come out and do drama streams. I don't come out and, man, did you see what happened today? I don't do none of that, right? Every show I do has a guest, has either we're doing an unboxing of somebody's stuff or we're interviewing somebody about what they got going on. That's my content. You ain't going to get, you might get a rant every now and then in the middle of a stream, but you'll never get this is a come out here to talk crap about people stream. You won't get that from me. You know, I don't care what everybody else is doing unless they're doing books, unless they're doing indie comics. I don't care what else they're doing, whatever, you know.
Yes, exactly. Life's too short to get caught up in all that stuff. I'm gonna be Switzerland. We're gonna take the high road. We know we're gonna just focus on the positive and just try to spotlight the small guy and give everybody a voice. That's it.
Oh, and Doc up in here too has that new book that he's got coming out.
Nice.
Pariah Blood Mud. Pariah Blood Mud. Pariah Blood and Mud. Okay, there you go. Pariah Blood and Mud.
You can't say that 5 times real fast.
Actually, Doc, you better grab one of them last couple of spots in CromCon. Telling you, only 2 spots left, and there's only 3 spots left for the Friday art auction. Black Friday art auction.
Nice.
Come out, sell some art, Doc. You know what's up. Check the
what's
event
up, Doc?
post.
Yeah, what's up, Doc?
Check the event post, see which times are still available, and grab one, man. I think we got Sunday for CromCon. There's 2 spots left on Sunday, and there's 3 spots left for the art auction. And if it fills up, we'll make more spots for the art auction too. That's just a tentative 6 spots because I figured 6 people probably want to be involved. But if there's more want to be involved, we'll make it longer. No problem.
Nice.
All right. Let's see. Did he? Oh, he sent it to me. Okay. Well, look, the group, my friend, is the Comic Related Madness. You're obviously in it because you are posting in it. So I'm dropping this in the group. But yeah, man, you look.
He was probably
Mr. San Martino, at least once a day, drop this in the actual group so that people see it. I just put it up there for the world to see. Technigods.com. All right.
Yeah.
3 p.m. day 2. Okay, I got you. There's 1 spot left in CromCon, y'all. 1 spot left.
There you go. It's moving fast, like hotcakes.
No, actually, this one, I mean, it's Thanksgiving weekend. I didn't think it would all sign up on one day. Usually it signs up in one day, but Thanksgiving weekend, everybody has to check their plans. I don't know if I'm going to be in town. I don't know what I'm doing, blah, 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 So it took a few days, but hell, we started sign up on Tuesday. It's Friday. It's full. I'm good. I still got half a month to promote, and that's really what matters. The sooner it gets filled up, the more I get to promote the full guest list. I get to tell everybody who's going to be there. When you're posting that half, it's only half full and stuff. It don't look so good then.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, it usually fills up pretty quick, man. I'll get you, Doc. I got you. I'll just add you to the event post. No problem, man. Question for Sam. Do we need to read issue 0? Just say yes. Just say yes.
Absolutely. He knows it's yes. He's going to get a left hook and a right uppercut. Wise guy.
Of course you need to read the beginning.
Of
You
course.
have to have that info.
Somebody you. See, George and I debate that all the time. He's like, he's like, no, you want them just to pick up any issue. I was like, nope, they got to read issue 0 because that's the backstory. That's the story before the story. You need to understand where it's going.
Yeah, and that's why first thing I said, can I get a first print of 0? Because you got to start at the beginning. You have to. Doc, you are now locked in, bro. 3:00. There you go.
Question
like
for Sam, wise guy.
That's easy. Yeah, he's being a wise guy.
Wise guy.
All right, so Doc's locked in. There's only one spot left now, and that's Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern for CromCon. Everything else is full. And wow, I like that.
There you go. Success.
You bet, Mike. No problem, man. I will always share stuff if I see it. If I see it pop up in my group, I will drop that link everywhere, man. It'll go to my Facebook page, it'll go to my news feed. It'll go up to Twitter. It'll go everywhere. I just need to see it. When I come to Facebook, I go to my group. And I look to see what's happening in my group. If I go to my news feed, I get caught up in all that crap. See? So I don't do that anymore. I just go straight to my group and I look and see what people have posted in there and I share it out. And this one just went up to Twitter. All right, just like that. Now it's all over the place. Everywhere I can put it. That's what I do. Lob grenades back at Sam for the clip.
Yeah, he's got a character named Cliff who's supposed to be the lead them to the promised land, and he tends to fall asleep every time something cataclysmic goes down. He's supposed to be the savior, but every time they're being attacked, he's asleep. I'm like, how is he supposed to save everybody? I was like,
you gotta be well rested to fight the fight, bro.
Yeah, every time they're under attack, he's like, I was like, really? Really?
So, do you have any aspirations of game, like tabletop game or anything like that for your book?
Yeah, for Forbidden, yes. So I'm designing all the cards right now, and again, how the comic does will determine what I do next. And it's really trying to get into. That's why I really don't. I implore everybody who's watching, if you just do $5 digital, you don't have to get all the bell. All the bells and whistles are for the people who want that stuff. I want readership. I want people to follow it, read it, and want the next one.
Yes.
It's all done. You're not going to be waiting to get it. So as soon as the campaign's over, it goes to the printer. From the printer to me to you. I pack it up and I send it out. And all of my campaigns have been delivered on time and packaged pristine. And but I really just want the readership. I want people to, I want the feedback. I want to start the conversation about Forbidden. And so give it a shot. But the goal is, the goal is to write it as a prose as well.
Cool. All right, so this is what it is, y'all. Go check out Forbidden. Doesn't matter which platform. Go check it out. Back it. Look, get this guy his 50 backers or more. Obviously deserves more. Put 20 years into this. I mean, come on, man. Deserves more on the other end of it, too, because he's doing the same work that I do. He's making sure that everybody gets seen. To everybody what they're doing. If you get a hold of Sam and say, hey, I want to be on your show, Sam's probably going to schedule to be on his show.
Yep.
That's how this all works, man. He's doing the work. We're doing the work. We do the work together. It's kind of like being on the same team.
Yeah. There you go. It's the craze and the madness.
Hey, you got to be crazy to be in the madness. What do we got there? Oh, Ego Raven, Daphne's book. Yes.
Yes.
Look, Daphne kicked ass, man. I love
Yes.
it.
Daphne and her husband JD Calderon. JD used to be my printer back in the early days of me doing comics. Yeah, she's awesome.
Daphne's soapbox. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. So how I met Daphne was through JD Calderon. JD Calderon was my printer. So back in 2005, we used to print our books through him, and so we've known each other for such a long time. I've been a big fan of hers. She actually did a variant cover for Catch Da Crazies when we first launched that issue on Kickstarter successfully. She's a fantastic, fantastic creator.
I love both them people. Both of them.
Yeah.
Very much. Good
Very
friends.
creative couple. It's rare that you see that.
I'm glad. I'm looking forward to when I get to meet those two as well.
Yes. Yeah, they're awesome.
It's like, I mean, I get to meet Eric tomorrow. James Eric Hodson. I get to meet James tomorrow. Finally, I mean, talk to him a bunch of times. He's up there at GRCC. I get to meet Phoenix Animation. Talk to him a bunch of times. He's gonna be up there tomorrow. So I'm jacked. I'm gonna have me a good time. But one of these times, JD and Daphne, I'm gonna find my way to a place where they're at, because they're up at the top of my specials.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Special people, man.
Yes, I think JD's currently has the Oswald Chronicles right now running on Kickstarter.
Yep, exactly.
Yes, I have his prose version of Oswald. He started out right as a pro. There were stories. I have every issue that he wrote.
That reminds me. Now, Daphne got a spot in CromCon, but JD's gonna be somewhere that weekend. JD, want to come out for Monday Madness the week before? I got you.
There you go.
I got you, bro.
There you go.
Yeah. Dude, it's great talking to you.
You too, buddy.
I'm going to let you go get on to handling more of your business. I'm going to go get ready for tomorrow.
You got it.
I don't even know what I'm doing yet. I don't know if I'm doing the steampunk pops. I don't know if I'm doing just plain old pops with the pin hat. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but it's going to be fun.
You got it.
Have fun,
Awesome. Well, thank you, Pops. Thank you, everybody out there. And give Forbidden a shot.
You bet. You guys, all of it. Go check out Forbidden. Go check out everything. All the stuff we talked about today. Michael's book, JD's book, Daphne's books, all that stuff, man. Everybody. If we talked about it, they're probably worth checking out.
There you go. Awesome.
Ooh, how's that for a line?
There you go.
All right, I'm going to play the rest of my commercials, and then I'm going to carry my sweet ass on out of here.
All right. Thank you, Pop.
All right. You have a great day, man. It's good talking to you, Sam.
You too.
For sure.
Bye.
Peace. So I guess we'll start with
Hey, it's Belle from Liberty Entertainment Distribution. We've got quality indie comics in hand ready to ship to you now. Yes, really. And it gets better. At Liberty, publishers set their own wholesale pricing, and we don't take any fees, so don't wait. Call or visit me today at ledg.us or call 1-800-525-2091.
what do you think of that? That would be Varian and Lola over there, Indie Vault, putting together the solid distribution network that we all need. At least one of them, right? Gotta have them. You gotta have them.
When they mined an area, they put down yellow tape right across that line. See? And if you walked on the wrong side of that yellow tape, you blew up.
Strange Tales 136. I remember it very clearly, and that was my first exposure to Kirby. And I wanted to show it to people.
Hello, my name is Dirk Hooper. I'm a comic artist and illustrator looking for work right now. I've been doing art professionally for well over 2 decades, and my art has been in 3 comics, several art books, novels, and magazines. And I've had work in galleries in the Netherlands, England, Belgium, China, and all over the United States. I offer comic-style illustrations, sequential art, and digital paintings on a wide variety of genres, including sci-fi, fantasy, gritty noir stuff, and bad girls. You can find more about me and my work at Rainkin Studios. Contact me today to commission your custom artwork. Thank you.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho. Santa-Stein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Sunsworn Wings of Vengeance is funding now on Indiegogo. Don't miss this action-packed space fantasy adventure sure to rekindle your love for the genre. Get it now on Indiegogo or just go to sunsworn.com.
Hey, yo, Pops here. Are you looking to be on Monday Madness? Is Monday no good? You need a special edition? Are you looking to be on the first timer spotlight on for you new guys? Launch parties, countdowns, CromCon Monthly. We got it all right here at the Madness Comic Network, providing online promotional services for the indie comic community and proud sponsor of
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit CB4